You ever have one of those mornings where you wake up, sip your coffee, and think, surely today can't get any dumber than yesterday? Yeah, I thought that, till right up until I looked out the window, and there she was, standing in my driveway, like she owned the place. Karen Peterson, self-proclaimed empress of the cul-de-sac, giving a tow truck driver a lecture fit for a hostage negotiator. Hands on hips, clipboard clutched to her chest like it contained the nuclear codes. You know what I mean? Some people wake up and choose violence. Karen wakes up and chooses regulations. I live in one of those cookie-cutter suburbs where the HOA acts like we're all paying Beverly Hills prices for the privilege of having the exact same mailbox. And at the center of it is Karen Queen Bee, president for life, ready to pounce if your grass is a quarter-inch too high. That morning, my 10-year-old pickup was parked in my own driveway, me property, not hers, not on the street. But apparently, my truck didn't meet the visual integrity standards of Her Royal Highness. I swear, that was the phrase she used, visual integrity. Who talks like that outside of a design magazine? So there she was, bright and early, barking at poor Doug, the tow truck driver, waving her phone around like it could cast spells. Doug, bless his heart, looked ready to climb under his own truck just to escape. "Ma'am, it's his driveway," he said, voice already carrying that "please just let me go home" tone. But Karen? She doubled down, rattling off some HOA code like she was quoting scripture. "The association owns the visual integrity of the neighborhood," she announced, and I nearly spit out my coffee. Right then, I decided this circus needed a little documentation. I grabbed my phone, hit record, and strolled outside, still in my slippers. "Morning, Karen. You planning to tow my truck again? Or is this just a dress rehearsal?" She spun around like I'd upstaged her at opening night on Broadway. "This is official HOA business. Your vehicle lowers property values." I grinned and said, "Karen, my truck's worth more than your minivan." Doug let out a cough that was absolutely hiding a laugh. Karen demanded the tow anyway. Doug, caught in the middle, shrugged and said, "Ma'am, I need the sheriff's go-ahead for this. I can't tow from private property." Karen snapped, "Then call the sheriff. He'll agree with me." And Doug, to his credit, actually did. Next thing you know, a patrol car rolls up. Deputy Morales steps out. Guy I went to high school with. Tries to take in the scene without losing it. "Okay, what's going on?" he asks. Karen pounces, "Officer, this man's vehicle is in violation of HOA Code 12-3. I've ordered it removed for the community's good." Morales stares at her, then at my truck, then at Doug. His car's in his own driveway. Karen tries to argue, but Morales shuts it down. "You can't tow a man's car off his own property. That's theft." Karen's jaw dropped, so hard I swear I heard it click. Then Morales, not missing a beat, tells Karen if she tries it again, she could be facing charges. Doug looks at me and goes, "Man, didn't realize I was signing up for a sitcom." Karen grabs her clipboard, huffs, and storms off like a cartoon villain in retreat. Morales hangs back and grins. "Hey, you mind sending me that video? My wife loves HOA drama." I sent it over. Didn't realize that clip would go viral faster than Karen could find another code to cite. But if you think that was the end, oh buddy, you don't know Karen. 2 days later, I come home to a bright yellow envelope taped to my door. Final notice like I'd just gotten drafted in a HOA purgatory. Inside, a letter accusing me of obstructing community order and a $500 fine for violating cooperation guidelines, which, by the way, doesn't exist in the bylaws. I checked. Twice. So I march right over to Karen's house, letter in hand. She opens the door with that smug little smile. "Afternoon, Karen. Want to explain this fine you just invented?" It's not invented. It's an official penalty for disrupting an authorized enforcement procedure. "You mean when you tried to steal my truck?" She doesn't flinch. "You obstructed community order." I start recording again. "So, you're fining me for stopping you from towing my car out of my own driveway." She tries to pull the privacy card. "Recording this is against HOA policy." I'm like, "You called a tow truck to my house, Karen." Privacy left the building. She slams the door, but not before hollering, "You'll be hearing from the board." And sure enough, next evening, I come home to 4 board members standing in my driveway like the world's worst CSI team, clipboards, matching frowns, the works. Karen's at the front, of course, looking like she's about to announce a citywide manhunt. "We're here to conduct an inspection," she says. "Of what?" I ask. "Your property. Reports of non-compliance." My lawn was trimmed, mailbox fine, flag up, everything by the book. But apparently my front porch mat was excessively casual. "Not kidding," that's what they wrote down. Then Karen spots my flower bed and shrieks, "Those aren't HOA-approved flowers. Karen, they're petunias. Unapproved petunias." At that point, even the other board members were losing it. Ron, the quiet one, whispered, "They look fine to me." Karen glared daggers his way. After they left, I uploaded the video. Boom, 1 million views in 24 hours. Comment section turned into a battlefield, half cheering me on, half begging me to start a channel called Karen Cam. The real twist? Next morning, knock at the door. It's Deputy Morales again, coffee in hand, grin on his face. "So, we've been getting calls about your HOA other residents, too. Apparently Karen's been writing fake fines, threatening to evict people." I almost spit out my coffee again. Morales says, "County's opening an inquiry. Your video helped. The sheriff's office is now involved." You'd think that would slow Karen down. Nope, she doubled down like a gambler on a losing streak. That afternoon, I caught her pacing in front of my driveway, phone glued to her ear, muttering, "They can't do this to me. I am the HOA." My security cameras caught every word. That clip went even more viral. And then season finale time. The HOA board meeting was packed. Neighbors lined the street, everyone filming. Even the shut-in was out eating popcorn at the fence. Karen shows up first, clutching that clipboard like it's her personal shield. She calls the meeting to order and immediately launches into a tirade about false rumors being spread online. All eyes turn May, just wave. She proposes to suspend my membership, citing misrepresentation and disorderly conduct. The room erupts shouting, laughter. You can't suspend someone for parking in their own driveway. Then the sheriff stands up, stone-faced, and says, "Mrs. Peterson, I think it's time we clear a few things up." Karen tries to cut him off. "Excuse me, this is a private HOA meeting." Sheriff interrupts. "Not anymore. We've received complaints about your conduct, misuse of authority, falsified fines, even attempted vehicle theft." You could have heard a pin drop. The sheriff holds up a folder full of Karen's fake citations. "Half these don't exist in your charter. And this $500 fine? Where'd you get that, Dr. Seuss?" The room explodes with laughter. Karen's hands are shaking, clutching her clipboard like a life preserver. "This is harassment," she yells. Morales steps up. "No, ma'am. It's an investigation." Then, just for the finale, the sheriff pulls up the viral video of Karen shouting about visual integrity. People are doubled over. Karen tries to snatch the tablet. Sheriff moves it away, cool as can be. Finally, the sheriff announces, "Mrs. Peterson, you are hereby ordered to cease all enforcement activity. The board has voted you out." Ron, the quiet board member, stands up. It's unanimous. Karen's frozen, jaw trembling, eyes darting around the room. She tries to storm out, trips over an extension cord, clipboard goes flying, papers everywhere. The whole place erupts, clapping, laughter, even a chant starts up, "Karen no more, Karen no more." I just sit back, sipping my coffee. Morales leans over. "You can post this too, you know." I tell him, "Already recording." Next morning, the internet crowned me HOA survivor. 10 million views in 3 days. Local news picked it up. Sheriff shuts down power-hungry HOA president. Karen moved out a few weeks later. Rumor has it she joined another HOA across town as just a member. I almost feel bad for them. Almost. Now, my driveway's peaceful. My truck sits right where it belongs, and sometimes if I listen real close, I can almost hear Karen's voice echoing. That's a violation. I just smile and wave at the empty street. Because in the end, Karen didn't just lose a fight, she became a legend. And as for me, I got my driveway, a viral video, and a story that proves sometimes all it takes to stop a power-hungry Karen is a camera, a tow truck driver with a backbone, and a sheriff who's had enough. So what do you think? Do HOAs go too far? Or is this just the price of suburban life? Drop your stories or opinions below. If you've ever tangled with an HOA, or just love a little justice served hot, hit subscribe. and I'll bring you more HOA tales next time. See you in the comments.